You too, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, what's up, ladies? What's up, gentlemen? I'm back. Y'all see how I'm looking now? Cause you know what happened last video. But look, let's get to it. Right? We all rode the school bus, and the school bus holds a bunch of memories. Now we gonna react to this.
The school bus. It's not just transportation. It's a test of patience, endurance, and occasionally your sense of smell. Everyone's got stories, and everyone remembers the cast of characters you'd only find on the yellow prison on wheels. Today we're diving into the chaotic, loud, and downright bizarre world of this school bus. From the moment those doors swing open, you're greeted with that all too familiar smell. A mix of old gym socks, crusty lunches, and something else that would make you question if the bus has ever been fucking cleaned. You walk down that narrow aisle, and you're immediately faced with the daily dilemma: where to sit.
The thing was, our bus was never stink. I don't know why. It just never was. I feel bad for the people that bus was, but ours wasn't. Now the thing with me was, you know, I have high energy. I always had high energy. I just had this since birth. I like literally people vent to me. People tell me secrets. Like I don't know why, but I just have that energy. Like, oh yeah, let me just go ahead, talk to you, vent to you. But the thing was, I always sat in the front. I didn't really have a need to sit in the back. It don't make no sense. Or I'll just sit in the middle, but mostly in the front. But where we
It's
going?
not just about a seat, it's about survival. If you got the wrong seat, you end up sitting next to the wrong person. And that wrong person can just ruin your day before it's even started. Whether that would be smelling horrible, like, they didn't shower, they smell like shit, music that's playing way too loud, they're arguing with someone, then you have to overhear their conversation. Or in my case, this is a real photo taken from me back when I was in high school on the school bus. I would wake up and I went on the bus one day, and there was this guy sitting in front of me, and he had this greasy ass man bun that extended from his seat over to mine. So I was facing his man bun the entire morning, and I don't know how to navigate that circumstance. What do I like touch it, get it out of my face? But then that's like, well, he's like, why are you touching me? It's like, oh, I don't want to start shit. And this was an extra big problem because I would often lean into the seat in front of me to sleep. Not very comfortable, but when you're waking up at 6 a.m. on 2 hours of nothing, no sleep because you've been up studying and like a Red Bull, then yeah, you're gonna...
Speaking of studying, what did I tell y'all? Y'all know that I love y'all. I love y'all to death, like for real. And I say this every time. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell you? I said plenty of times. Do not ever stay up past midnight to do nobody homework assignment. I don't care. I always did it. I always did. And what I mean by that is I always said what I just told y'all to say. So, hey, if it's 11, I'm going to try. It's either I'm going to have to do it or I'm not going to do it at all. Hey, I'm going to take the F, take the L, because it don't really matter. I'm going to bring up that grade anyway. Because look, the thing was, right? If you see me right now, visually, do you think I was a bad kid? You may say no. But I did everything that you can think of. They never called my parents. I don't know why, but hey, that's just another story.
You're gonna, like, your body's gonna make yourself fall asleep. In the back, it's pure anarchy. This is where the loudest kids reign supreme, blasting their music so loud you can hear it 3 seats away, even with your own earbuds in. And it's 7 a.m., 6 a.m. at this point, you hate it. And it's also usually the worst music imaginable, like shit you hear all the time, but he's still playing it for some reason. It's that NPC music that you've become hateful of because it's, you hear it everywhere. They specifically curate a playlist to make your ears bleed at 7 a.m. It's just too early for this, but apparently that guy didn't get the memo. Although that's annoying, it's still relatively normal behavior. Playing music is a normal human thing. What is not normal is something that I experienced back in elementary school. Was a child on the bus would repeatedly bang his head against the seat in front of him for no reason at all. Now you might be asking, is this guy on the spectrum? Is he autistic? What made him do this, right? No,
I'm sorry for
literally,
laughing.
would bang his head
Sorry.
against the seat in front of him. No explanation, no context, just pure unfiltered weirdness. You think he's listening to heavy metal or something. He's just in his own world, thudding away like he's participating in Morse code with his forehead. It wasn't the entire bus ride either. It would just happen kind of randomly. It was like physical Tourette's almost. Don't know. Not a doctor. Kid was weird. All right, now back to some more normal behavior that's also coincidentally insufferable. We have the teacher's pet and the bus driver's best friend who are in deep conversation with the driver like they're on a podcast.
Okay, I don't know about teacher's pet. I guess you could say I was, but I wasn't, cause when you get older, you just try to better yourself. Like, yeah, I'm doing this for my family, but really, I'm just doing this for me. So, like, yeah, I was always the person to always sit in the back with the homies. But then I'm like, no, let me just change my perspective of things. Let me start sitting in the front row, and that's really how you just do that. And then, oh yeah, like I was saying, you always have to have good habits, greetings. This is why public school is a thing, so that you can have social skills. This is a little simple hello, good morning, Mister, good morning, Miss. Let them start their day off good. So then, guess what? Now you have a habit of doing that. And then when the class end, okay, see you later, Mister. See you later, Miss. Always did that. They always loved me for some reason. But then guess what? They always would like get shocked if I got an F in the class or I wasn't doing work. Like, hey, this is true me. I just showed you what I can do. And yeah, that's really about it. As for with the bus driver best friend, yeah, I guess you can say that. Yeah, and me and my bus driver was cool. The male one and the lady one. We made the lady one quit. I'm telling you, this is a different story. Another story, another story, another story, another story.
Sit in the front just to chirp with the bus driver. And honestly, I don't even hate these people. I think teacher's pet is different. I think bus driver's pet is necessary. We don't want the driver crashing out, literally, I guess. But hey, these people riz up the bus drivers. What they do is they sit up in front. They talk about anything from last night's homework to the bus driver's personal life, his plans for the weekend, all that stuff. Only problem is when that kid gets preferential treatment in whatever form that can exist on the bus. I don't know if y'all ever had that. I personally didn't, but there was, in some cases, I know people were forced to swap seats, and there was like assigned seating and stuff on some buses. And I think if you were the bus driver's
Never.
best friend, you could probably bend the rules a little bit when it came to that sort of stuff. But more common, we got the sleeper. That was me. I was the sleeper, but you know the type. Head pressed against the window, mouth wide open, completely zonked out despite the noise and
Never
chaos.
did
They
it.
mastered the art of ignoring the world, catching Z's in positions that defy both logic and comfort. Bus hits a pothole or straight up rear end somebody, they don't flinch. They are still out cold. You kind of almost admire their commitment to unconsciousness. It's beautiful. Only problem is that sometimes they literally fall asleep past their stop if it's like on the way home after school. That's happened to me a few times where I have to be like woken up by the bus driver. He's like, "Wake up, wake up!" I'm like, "My fault, man. I'll try to catch up on some sleep," and I never did. Never caught up on that sleep.
The numbers! What are they saying? Reznov! Where are you? Reznov!
I'm sure there's gonna be some stories in the comments of kids who slept through the bus and they weren't found in time. So after everyone got off at school, the kid was still there back at the bus driver wherever they keep the buses. If that happened to you, let me know. We also got the seat hoggers who act like they paid for first class tickets.
Exactly. We all had it. I never really had that issue, but they was doing that to other people because I didn't really care about the back seat. Everybody act like the back seat is the best seat. It's not. It's actually the front or the middle. Now, let me tell you, every day after school, as soon as 2:45 hit, it's literally war. It's like modern warfare, like for real, cause we literally rushing to get to that parking lot, and then it's gonna show you for all my own little supporters. They're gonna write a board, and then they're gonna tell you like your bus number right here, and then after that, that's when you have to try to find it. Now they be at random times. Sometimes it be in the front of it. Sometimes it don't even come to like three or something. But guess what? If we see it right there, it's all modern warfare. I'm telling you, everybody pushing each other and doing that. It was a time where I was all sometimes I would sometimes be on the bus last, but sometimes I would just be on the bus The first or like the middle row.
They
That's
spread
what you
their
just have to
bags,
just be careful for.
jackets, legs, random items across the seats like they're claiming territory. If you ask if you can sit, they give you a look that, you just ask for their SSN or something. It's the school bus, not a VIP lounge. Relax. It seems like the middle of the bus was the most normal spot. You really just had guys trying to get by, stay out the way. You know why they got sidewalks, right? Because the streets ain't for everyone. These guys would walk on the sidewalk. They're just normal people. They're not too close to the chaos in the back, but far enough from the front to avoid the cringeworthy driver chats. They're in the neutral zone, where the socially awkward and semi-normal coexist in a relative peace. But don't get too comfortable, there's always a risk of catching a stray comment, or some shit talking from the back.
You don't think it's weird to fuck 16-year-olds?
It's weird, but they're so hot.
Yeah, shut up. Shut up with your feminism. Yeah, come here. Come here. That's what you need.
Of course, I gotta mention the bus driver themselves. Some days they're driving like they got a death wish, hitting every fucking pothole, like they're going for extra points. Other days they're cruising so slow you'd swear they're sightseeing, trying to not get you home as soon as possible. That's the worst, when in the morning they get to school extra quick, and when they're taking you home, they are extra slow. You're either holding on for your dear life or wondering when you need to walk the last mile.
Yeah, speaking of that, hey, everybody know, as soon as you step on the bus, right? They don't even give you no time to sit down. As soon as you step on the bus up those steps and walk down the lane, they're going to press on the gas. Then you halfway fall.
They're
That
unfazed by
happened every
everything
time.
from the fights to the loud music. The kid who's having a meltdown in the front seat, they've seen it all and they've clocked out mentally long before you even got on. Really years before you even got on. They've been doing this oftentimes for a while. They say it's not their first rodeo. And then on the ride home, it's at that point everyone's wound up from the day. That weird smell has intensified and the bus has turned into a rolling zoo. The same chaos just turned up a notch. And in the summer, forget it. The bus becomes a sauna on wheels. The windows barely open. Everyone's sweating like they're on the sun, and you've crammed in with 40 other kids trying to survive the ride home in like 100-degree heat. It's a miracle that any of us ever made it. Who else do we got? Who did I not mention? Oh, the hot Cheeto girl, obviously. I mean, that's more of a person you encounter in school, but oh yeah, she's on the bus for sure. Her parents are not driving her to school, but you think they want to deal with that shit? Hot Cheeto girl's munching away at 7 a.m. Her breakfast consists.
Hey, no shade to them. I still love them. Still had their numbers.
Of flaming hot Cheetos, and it's somehow the crunching in her mouth is louder than the shit that the dude's playing on the speaker in the back. But even worse than that is the comments that she makes, like, "Oh, period," and it's like, bro, we haven't even started first. Why are you talking about?
No, it was worse than that. It was worse than that is when they start spraying the perfume bottle like 50 times like this. Y'all do realize, for the inexperienced perfume cologne people, if you spray it on the clothes, it's going to wash off and it's going to fade away within 5 minutes. Spray it on your skin. Now, if you're allergic to it, don't wear it at all. And then it be the ones that be chewing the gum and then they got their permit or their license. That's Zoe scratching at the door. My dog. They be doing that, chewing the gum loud, and then you just be hearing the kids like nobody not really trying to hear that. It's just too. It's too many.
Period. These girls are very loud. They're very annoying. It's like she's fueling up for the day on pure MSG and artificial coloring, leaving behind those iconic red fingerprints on everything she touches. It's great. It's awesome. I love going to a seat knowing immediately who it was occupied by before me. You also had like random fights that would break out on the bus. Those were amazing when people would start yelling at each other.
We never had a fight on the bus, but it was a fight off the bus, right? And you see, that's what you need to do. Just keep it gangster. If you're going to do something, do it. Don't try to be flashy. Don't try to act hard. And don't try to waste nobody. Don't try to inconvenience nobody. Now you got to realize, you have other students that want to get home. And then you got the bus driver that want to take you home. So why would you fight on the bus, causing inconvenience, stopping, we're going to have to pull over, do all that. But you see what they did? They waited till they was off the stop, then they was doing it.
other, it would escalate into a
Uh,
fight. Bro, how are you gonna fight on the bus, man? Like, at least wait till you're like not on the bus. I could have worded that better, but you get the idea. It's like, what the hell are we doing? Like, bro, get to school before you fight. And then I think for the most part, the rest of the people on the bus were pretty normal. But yeah, it smelled bad, bad people, but some normal people on there. Yeah, so that's it. That's the school bus experience, and all of its chaotic, loud, and sometimes stinky glory. What's your craziest school bus memory?
Okay, very good video. Yeah, I would advise you if you have lunch, no, if you have gym last period, don't try to play hard because you're gonna be sweating. Then you know you gotta go home. Don't do that for your safety and others because you won't have enough time. I think it's 2024. I doubt anybody using Axe. So I don't know what cologne you're gonna spray for that because you can't really clean up in that time manner. I didn't really have no crazy one. No, no crazy ones. No, no crazy ones. Very good video, man. Y'all know I love you, ladies. Bring it in, fellas. Love you too. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe. Like every day, stay prayed up and just be grateful. That's it. Enjoy life, cause you gotta realize it's a big world that you can travel. Now, yeah, life is what you make. If you want to sit here and complain like a little girl, saying that you can't do nothing, life too hard, then I don't know what to tell you. But make sure you love life, love everybody. That's it.